Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I do hope and pray this message finds you and your loved ones peaceful, thriving, and well. And you know, it's so important this morning that I do a very good job, a very intentional job of making sure this touches you right where you live. This message is about heaven. And you know what's interesting? You hear the word heaven, and I just wonder what comes up for you, right? When I was a little boy, I was coached and encouraged to consider that heaven is a place that you go to when you die. And if you're a good person while you're living, you get a chance to hopefully go to heaven. And you know, this morning I woke up and I was thinking, wow, you know what? I want to find out more about this whole experience of heaven, because more and more I've been in this beautiful dream state every night about really thinking about creating heaven on earth. So this morning I was Googling the etymology of the word heaven. And it comes from the Greek word for expanding good. Like heaven means to expand your good or go for the expansion of good. Don't you just love that? So I was thinking about our goals when we were kids, possibly, and maybe even today as you kind of navigate whatever spiritual path you're on, you look at going to heaven. Now, I was thinking today, wouldn't it be fun if we were to maybe possibly consider to get in touch with that etymology and say, you know what? I'm going to bring heaven by expanding the good today. And as you dig into the Greek mythology of the word heaven, they talk so much about how it is that as we're expanding our good, it pretty much comes down to how are we of service for the greatest good. And it went on to say that, listen, if you are in a space of grace and you are thinking about your creator or the light or the love or God or Jesus or Buddha or whatever it is that your orientation may be, just something greater than all of us, our goal here is to expand upon that good. And I think so much about what it means to be living the word or to be living the message or to be convincing by your presence. And it makes me think about how it is that expanding the good and bringing the good is heaven on earth. You know, you think about the experiences that we're all hoping to create more of in our life, which is more peace, more grace, more love, more light, more compassion, more connection, more community. And you're thinking about waiting to go to heaven. Or what would it be like if we actually start practicing like this is a place to expand the good that heaven is encouraged to be? So today, as you're thinking about your work in the world and you're doing your spiritual practice, maybe just consider what heaven might be like today if we define it as simply expanding good, going for the good, bringing in the good, versus as waiting to go to a space where it can be all good. You know, I hope and pray that is an opportunity for us. A lot of people say it's the next evolution after this evolution. We are all spiritual beings here in the human form that will go on to the next room in this sort of evolutionary process. Or if we go on to heaven, where that could be a space for expanding good, I believe that we can do a lot of practicing right now. We can be practicing the expanding good, being a presence for the expanding good, encouraging and bringing in the expanding good rather than waiting for it. You know, being good, like my priest used to tell me when I was a little boy, is the opportunity. Be good so you can go to heaven. Or maybe bringing in the good so we can be like we're in heaven. Expanding good, expressing the good, being the good. You know, regardless of your spiritual beliefs and where you think you may be going to after this, I have a pretty good feeling expanding good here is a really good practice for all of us. And maybe regardless of our faith, our path, our beliefs, our spiritual orientation, we can all agree that expanding the good is a really good idea right now, helping us to transcend the things that keep us from seeing one another. Tribalism, whether it's politics, whether it's religion, whether it's orientation, I believe that we have an opportunity to expand good right here and right now. And as so many people have said, we can have heaven here on earth. According to the etymology, it's possible and it's meant to be. So with that, much love and every blessing. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.